from the tool you're using now.
I hooked this on the wire where I didn't put in 45 staples. I hooked it to the wire. So now I have to pay for that.
Of course.
Because
so you have to actually cut it off.
The wood is dead, but the wire is fine, and I'm having to...
But it's very well fastened.
Yeah.
So she's using the dikes for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm unhooking it so I can get it off of there. But yeah, it's going to take a while.
Yay.
Fun.
I'll be back. Okay, you're on.
Okay, so the wire's off.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
And now it's, going to wrap the wire up. Because still good, people.
Yes, it
it's
is.
Still good. And if it wasn't, what would I do with it? I'd take it to the scrapyard.
Yeah, so you'd still wind it up.
If you're going to take it to the scrapyard, it has to be wound up.
Exactly.
You don't take it if it's not wound up. Which, you know, living proof that beggars can be choosers. Okay, so now that part's done.
The fun part.
And I'm still not done taking apart, which means I have to pull these out.
Because it has to come off the ends because, I mean the top part of the ends because you have to take those boards out.
I have to get a crowbar because believe it or not, these 30-year-old timbers, that one's still stuck.
Yeah.
This one's not. Because this was one I stuck in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Some fucking asshole had to put some nails in it. Oh, it's worse than that. It's fucking screws. I gotta go get the screwdriver.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, some fucking asshole put screws in that. What kind of douchebag? Oh, I remember why. Because I was climbing around on top of it.
That's right, and you want it to be absolutely
it's not
secure.
The best timber in the world. It was the best one up there before I put the end one in.
That's right.
Okay. So, I'm still taking apart. 99% of a job like this is taking it apart and getting it ready to rebuild.
And prepping the area.
Now, these are still pretty sturdy, but the top has rot in them.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit that top with drain oil, and I'm hoping I have some metal that I can shot it with. Because the metal will shed the water and they'll last.
Do we have any flashing?
We don't give a fuck anymore.
Do we have any flashing left?
Flashing, yes. We just have we never have flashing, but I might have some metal. If not, I'm going to use a piece of cedar board. Because I have that.
Yep.
It will not last as long.
No. Okay. Yay. And if you notice the wind, people, we're loving it. She hates the wind to work in, but it means it's going to be drying up faster.
It's drying out, but I'm still, like, I got my ladder in between the paving stones. It's sunk.
Yeah, these paving stones have been sinking, which is weird.
You can see here where they sunk.
Yeah, I can see it.
Just walking on them, see.
Yay. Another project, pulling those back up. Anyway, I'll be back. So I heard the screwdriver and I came out to see what was going on.
Oh, it's one on the other side too.
Of course it is. Well, there's a lot of nails up in there that are still there.
I've got to cut them, I'll cut them off because you can't pull them out. They're
or are they ring shanks or cement or something?
Yes, they're ring shanked logging nails.
Oh, they're spikes.
They're log spikes.
Oh wow, no.
Yeah, they're ring shank log spikes. So the 4 to 5 inches you're seeing, they go all the way into the timber.
They go all the way into that timber.
Long.
Yeah, they're really, really long.
And they're ring shanked, so you're not pulling them out, especially not after 30-something years.
Yeah. Yeah, because this was one of the first things you put in.
No, it's like, we built it about when Meyer was about 12, 13, and he's now 40, almost 44,
I believe
43, almost 44.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. It'll be 44 next week.
Yeah. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, of course. Put the battery in and then decide that you got
That's not the tool you need.
Well, and decide you hit the wrong.
Oh, the wrong head. Yeah, you don't want the battery in while you're changing that.
Well, I do it all the time, but I wasn't going to do it on camera.
Because it's not.
People do that. I do it all the time. You shouldn't.
No, you should not.
It's really kind of asinine. But you'd have to really work to hit this button because this got a safety trigger.
Yeah.
So you got to do the safety, but it specifically tells you not to do it.
So you're being a good teacher.
Oh, yeah, because you know me, I would just fucking do it. I don't worry about that shit. Oh, you know, piece of shit. Okay, so yeah, so now I'm just going to cut those nails off, and I've got one more to take down, the one on the end, which I should probably do that and then cut them all.
And then cut them all off at once.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
That makes sense and shit. I can't have that. You can't have anything that makes sense.
Okay.
But I did tell you my sad tale of woe for a minute while I get up there and do that. Okay, so I'm always hearing people bitch and moan because they bought this house and the people that they bought it from did a bunch of DIY crap and now they're having to deal with all the DIY crap and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, and they're talking to me about this shit, right? And I'm thinking, yeah, whoever gets this house next is gonna go, what the fuck is this? When they tear out walls and find chunks of insulation out of packing and
Yes.
old milk bottles and dog food bags and shit, they're gonna be doing the same crap. And it's like, I just let them talk, but I'm thinking, everything I have is some DIY crap. No, I have a construction background. That only helps me do more stupid DIY shit that most people wouldn't tackle.
Right.
Because I have a different skill level.
Right.
But it's still DIY. Guess what, people? If you do it yourself, it's DIY. The guy you hire that comes in and does it, half the time, he doesn't know as much as you do.
Exactly.
He's some guy who needs a job, and if you're lucky, he speaks English. But if not, he doesn't. He's a guy that needs a job, and that some contractor needs to make money off of.
I see you found some metal.
I did, but I don't know if it's going to work. So,
We'll see.
yeah. But it'll be better than nothing.
This is true.
But yeah, so everything's a little, it's like, why the hell did you, I'm sure my grandson, because he's supposed to, my grandson and my son will inherit the place. I'm sure it'll be like, they'll both know what I do. So they're like, yeah, it's like, that's going to be a booger. Let's just leave it.
Yeah. It'll probably last another 30 years.
No, that's not what they're going to be thinking. They're thinking, oh, God, that's going to be a booger. Mom put that together. My dad did that. There was this wood rack, and he wanted it taken out because he had gotten old enough he wanted a bathroom in the house. That's right, he didn't have a bathroom in the house. But at any rate, so he wanted me to take it out, this wood rack that he had built. And he said, yes, Lynn, that's going to be the hardest part of building me this bathroom. I said, I didn't even question him. I said, I know.
And you were both right.
Oh yeah, it was the hardest part of the whole thing. A lot of times, like I said, a lot of times when you're doing remodeling or anything like that, the hardest part is, see, this is rotten.
Now remember that these landscape timbers are 30 years old. And were they brand new when you put them in?
Yes.
Okay, they were.
Yeah, they actually were. But when I put them in, they were only $2 a piece.
Right, which is why we use landscape timbers instead of pressure treated 4x4s.
Because
The
pressure
4x4s.
treaters were a lot, our pressure treated landscape timbers were a lot cheaper.
Yep.
Oh, they still are, but they're not $2 anymore.
No.
I don't know what they are right now. And I'm afraid to even look at some prices. It's like, yeah, what's the point? Almost everything is priced out of my price range. So, And yours too, if you're being honest. But look, that's completely gone.
That's gone.
See?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that is gone.
So that's what we're fixing. And I'm going to tell you honestly, my plan was to take it all the way down and build a whole new one on a cattle panel. Because that would last forever and it'd be easy to take care of, blah, blah, blah. I can't afford to do that.
Yeah. And you're not
we're talking enough cattle panel to do this is a couple $100.
Yeah. And we've got trees to take care of and roof to put on.
Everything else that we need to do.
So the 2x4 welded that you're leaving on there, you're leaving on because it's the sides and you can get on both sides.
And I can get on both sides. It doesn't matter.
Right, exactly.
That I can't get my hands through it.
Right.
Well, on the top, it was creaming me.
Yep. And most of this growth was up there, quite frankly.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah. Tic Tac is over there watching something. I don't know what she's watching, but she's over there engrossed. She spent a lot of her days during the cold right up against that fence on a piece of concrete that didn't have ice on it.
When she was in her box
When
with
she
hot
was,
hands.
yeah, when she wasn't in her box with hot hands and rags, yes.
And she's got an insulated box on the porch, and I take the hot hands when I get done with them at the end of the day and put them in her box in a sock.
Yep. And she goes right in there and sits on them.
I put them in a sock because bigger than shit, if I didn't, she would decide to eat them and it would be toxic.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Animals won't do that.
Animals are assholes, honey. Okay, so now I'm going to try to cut these off. Let's see. That's supposed to be a brand new battery. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is a brand new battery.
Yay. But
No.
one came off.
I have another one.
Awesome. 2 down. Only 20 to go.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to be spending the next little bit doing.
Yeah, that's going to be the next 30
Okay.
minutes.
I'm going to go take the next step on the yogurt then.
Okay.
Okay.
I got all the stuff off the top, got it all cut down. I was able to find metal for this side. I'm still short on metal. I'm going to go look and see if I can find one more piece of metal that might finish out on the other side.
Did you hit drain oil on there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Not only that, I did this thing that probably is stupid, but who knows? It may be genius. Any place where there was an actual depression, I cleaned it all out, which there wasn't that much. I mean, it was bad. In some places it was an inch deep and an inch wide, but most of the timber is still fine, and it was only like in a couple of spots.
Right.
So I painted it really good with drain oil, and then I took all the cigarette. So I threw cigarette butts
Yes.
into my drain oil because the tobacco is
Yes.
and all that other shit
Yeah.
is really good for keeping bugs out of stuff. So they were drenched in drain oil, and I took the cigarette butts and stuck them down in those holes.
Oh,
So
wow.
that they'll hopefully slowly release.
Well, not only that, they fill the holes, so
They
give it a
fill
little
the
more
holes, but They'll
substance.
slowly release the stuff
Yeah.
and hopefully keep it from rotting if I put something over the top of it.
Right, which is what you're doing.
Which is one.
That's awesome. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
That is cool. I'll be back. You find some more, I see.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm
on.
splitting it sideways and everything else to make it work. Hopefully I have enough. We'll see. If not, oh well. It'll be what it'll be.
It'll be what it'll be.
I gotta flatten that out a little bit. Oh, little metal work. Oh, I wasn't planning on doing metal work today, but there you go. I wasn't planning on a lot of things.
That's what happens, isn't it?
Huh?
Do 20 things to get to the one thing you wanted to do.
Oh yeah. Well, not only that, it's like I taking this piece and that piece and this little piece of jugad and that little piece of gouda and hoping that you have enough to just do one thing that you wouldn't have to do if. No.
Yeah.
Lloyd! You don't talk to me about Lloyd!
Extra hands and helpers would be nice.
Yeah. Especially if they could be competent.
Yeah. Well,
That would be nice. So close.
almost. Do you want me to see if there's a can I can open up in the house?
I think, no, because it'll rot. As opposed to, I've got a piece right here.
There you go.
Okay, so let's do that again like that. And put this here. And now I'm just going to sling a couple of tacks in that just to hold it. And when I put the things on, that should be enough.
That's right. That'll hold it for sure.
Yeah, so just a couple. Okay.
Okay, we'll be back. She is so fast. I literally did not hear her come out here. I'm working in the kitchen just right outside this door or inside this door. And she's already got, I'm guessing she's got it tacked and she's got the boards lying on there. She's on her way back. That's what I figured. They're just sitting there. But she already did the tacking.
No, I'm doing it now.
Oh, okay.
I just need to knock it down first, hold it down so that I could...
That makes sense.
not
Okay.
waste anything.
Okay, so the boards are just holding all the metal in place, and now you're
For
going
right
to...
now, and then
Yeah.
I'll put them in, and hopefully everything will go well.
I hope so.
There we go.
So some quick short screws just to hold it,
Yeah.
hold the metal in place.
They're the ones that Tony gave me.
Oh, that's right, the roofing screws.
From job site job.
That's right.
Well, because they're easier to work on this stuff, because it's like they just go right in. You don't have to dig with it
Yeah, that makes sense.
because they're self-tapping. And I've been bouncing around and shit. Because I'm old and how I do that.
So what?
Okay, so one of the things I've learned, okay, so I'm using 5-inch logging screws.
Be still, be still.
They have a hex head. They actually come with the thing. Hopefully I'm going to use them because there may not be enough of them. Okay, last time I did this, I used like ginormous timber spikes.
Right.
Which were not a bazillion dollars then. And that worked really good for all this time.
Right.
But I realized now that I'm older and wiser, why do you need ginormous spikes and 4 billion of them in something that holds up plants?
Right, right.
So
You're going to try to get one of
I
those...
have 3 of these left over from the treehouse project.
Right.
And I'm going to put them one in each one of these. And then I'll probably throw in some like I had before.
Right.
But let's see if we can even get it in. Because sometimes these are old, and so ooh, I don't want it on. I almost made a big mistake. I don't want the nail holes up. I want the nail holes down. There you go, people. There's one of those things that you have to do when you're working with crap. It's like, oh, where are the nail holes?
No, you don't want the nail holes up because that's just more holes for...
You're like, now I have to look at them, but now at least they're not a lot out here.
Well, and you won't look at them for long because the vine will cover everything.
No matter how this looks right now,
Uh-huh.
let the vine grow on it, you won't even know.
And it looks like
And
it worked.
That's why I love those.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Of course I didn't bring any more with me. I apparently like...
I thought you put them in your pocket.
I thought I did too, but I did not. Oh yeah, I did. They're in this one.
I could have sworn I saw it. Now make sure where the nail holes are.
Yeah, this one's good. And now you're asking, why am I putting them all in this side and none in that side? I only have 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That one we already did this summer. It's really down. Okay, our prevailing winds always come from the west. When we have them come from the east is when we get weird snowstorms and shit.
Yep.
But most of our prevailing winds come from the west, so southwest. So that being the case, I always tend to anchor anything that I'm going to anchor that I can only afford to do on one side or don't have stuff, whatever. I always do it the best on the southwest side, so that, and that's something to take into account anytime you're working on stuff. Where
Well,
it's prevailing.
And the house is over here, so that
Yeah,
much...
but we have mega storms now, so you have to think about things like that. You can't just you know, do things. You have to
And where are the holes?
put your brain there on the bottom. Thank you for asking, though. All right. There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I wish I had 3 more.
Because it
But
would be
I
a lot
don't.
easier. A lot easier than driving in those
Yeah.
spikes, but oh well.
Well, I don't have spikes either, so I'm gonna have to.
Oh, you're going to toenail some
I'm
long
gonna have to
screws.
toenail some.
Right.
I've got 3 long screws.
There you go.
So 4 long screws, so I'm gonna just toenail them in and see. Hope for the best.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, she's cut it to length and determined that the width is only 2 inches wider than the existing trellis, so she's going to be letting it hang over. Is that what you said?
Yep. Let it hang over the front. Not here. This is not on yet.
No, it's not on there yet. Nope. Oh wow, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's not worth messing with.
It certainly isn't.
So now the top's on, and now it's just connecting up some of the last pieces.
Yay! Wow. Staples and staples and staples.
Huh?
Staples and staples and staples.
Yeah. We'll staple it down now. All right.
I'll get footage when it's done so we can...
Okay, Egg.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. And?
It's finished.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, it's finished.
It is
I'm
on there.
tired. The sun's going down. I've had a day.
And you've been up and down that ladder 100
Oh
times.
my God, yes. And
And see, the nest bottle is still there.
Oh yeah.
Our cardinal is going to find it. Cardinals, there's a pair in there again. So that's awesome. Yay!
And hopefully our muscadines will do better than ever.
Yep.
And this will last till I die, and then I'll leave it for somebody else to fuck with.
And till next time.
Fair problem. Until next time. DIY.
Yeah, do.
Leave it
Please.
for other people to bitch about. But don't do it, not do it at all.
There you go.